What does it mean to be free? I was talking about this with my cousin last night. Now, let's say that for instance you are in a relationship. And let's say that in this relationship you look at other women and you have a desire to sleep with other women. What would a free man do? Would a free man choose to say, hey, I have this strong desire, can't put it away, so I'm going to go do it, or I'm not going to go do it? There's two angles to look at this in a profound esoteric way. One, this person fell in love with who I am. If I started changing everything about me, would that really be healthy love? Would that person still love me? If I became a modernly called simp, would that be correct for me? Should I not just do what I really want and carry on just being, I don't know, full in my way of being, rather than saying, oh, but she's going to be upset if I do it, she might leave me if I do this. Cool, that's one argument, and a lot of people, especially on the red pill, are swayed by that, and it's fair enough. But for now, I'm not going to pick sides. Argument 2 would be, well, look, I have a lot of love for my partner, and I am free to choose whether I want to sleep with other people or not. Yes, it is true that I have this desire, but I will choose not to do it because my love is stronger for this person, and so even though I have a desire, I'm not going to do it. In terms of freedom, they are both wrong. Why? Because for the second person, they are not free. They will pretend and they will say that to themselves to feel a little better. But in reality, they will think about that action. They will think about that. They'll tell themselves, oh, well, I want to do it, but because of my love, I'm not going to do it, blah, blah, blah. Look, you're going to be thinking about it all day. You're going to be a slave to your own thoughts. Now, as for person 1, they are a slave to their desires. Because yes, look, sex, making love, whatever, is a desire. Now, while it is, a almost divine action for many spiritual, biological ways, the things that happen inside of our body and our mind as the performance is being acted out, especially if you have love and passion, it is mostly done incorrectly. And if you do it from a place of I'm horny, or like this person turns me on, I want to have sex with them, it is definitely done incorrectly. Just to clarify, I'm not taking a hyper-religious take of only have sex to have children. I think that's actually really wrong in terms of religion itself. Anyway, that's another topic. I'm going to give you a few examples. So, if I love chocolate, and it's part of my character to love chocolate, will I say, well, I'm not gonna settle down for anybody, I'm going to be totally free and eat as much chocolate as I desire? The same with cocaine, the same with pornography, the same with video games, the same with everything. Of course, you're rolling your eyes, you're like, bro, of course, no. Cool, and yeah, you're right, because sex isn't the same as those vices. But if we are talking about freedom, you need to look at the intention that you have. To be free is not to get everything that you desire, it is to desire nothing. If you are free, really free, you will not walk around outside and say, oh, I'm craving more sex, but I love my woman, so I'm not going to do it. Neither will you say, oh my god, look at this girl, she's turning me on, I want some of her. You have everything in yourself. It does not mean masturbation. Don't be smart about it. It means that you are complete, that you are full, therefore there is nothing else that you need. Now, of course, on a deep level, this is pretty much impossible. There's some instances, like Buddhism. Buddha was an enlightened one and he was complete, right? But apart from that, in any other philosophy, religion, as humans, we cannot be so completely free. We can, however, get closer to that freedom. So let's think for a second. What kind of people have less of a desire to sleep around? It is the people that have less exposure to that kind of thing, that kind of environment, that kind of idea. Out of sight, out of mind. Yesterday, I was walking by the beach parade to play some beach volleyball. As I was walking, of course, there's going to be people in bikinis and whatnot. The things that I saw, I was like, wow, this is like... Yeah, that looks pretty similar. Now, I'm not here to blame others for my gaze. I am full accountable of where I look. The issue is more about your own mindfulness. I am exposing myself to these things because they are pleasurable. And I am realizing these kind of things about freedom, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I am my own worst enemy right now. Because I know that if I want to really make a change in myself, and then also in the change in the world, I can't be doing this to myself. I can't be essentially self-harming with, okay, I have a really bad problem with chocolate. I always use the example in all my videos because it's true. I can't then put myself through going to the chocolate aisle whenever I go to the shop, because I look around and I'm like, oh, I want some, right? And look, it affects me really bad. I get terrible skin, blah blah blah. And also there's dopamine receptors that I get. Anyway, I can't do that to myself, right? Because then whenever I say no, it's a fight. It's a fight with myself. And the same thing happens with sex, with women and all that stuff. For me, and probably for millions of people in the fucking everyone in the world. Because nowadays there's an exposure that we just can't run away from. But there is a place that we can retreat to. That is inside. No one can retreat to your inner temple but you. And little by little, you can cure your own vices, your own mentalities. You can become more free, less desiring of other things, less dependent on that new phone, on that new watch, that new trend, that new clothing, that new. You can become more complete in yourself and use the phone from 2015 and say, hey, it still works. It does not mean be lazy and have bad hygiene. I don't need to shower yet. It does not mean be negligent of your friends and your peers and don't talk to them for a long time because there's no need to. It just means that you should take a look at what you have and smile and say Alhamdulillah or whatever that you are into, and be grateful for the things that you have. Wake up on another day and say, wow, once again I am alive. If that's a thought we could all be grateful for, right? And if you're not, please send me a message. Let's see what the hell's going on. But if there's one thing that you can take away from this whole video, of course, that would be freedom is not to get everything that you want, but to want nothing. And since you are your own worst enemy, try not to expose yourself to the things that are perturbing you, that are causing you desire of negative things. And yes, sleeping around is negative. Don't lie to yourself. People grow attached and you don't stay together, and it's sad. And eventually you might be fortunate enough to meet that one person that's your true love. And guess what? Either you or them won't be able to share a lot of the first times for many things. But, there'll still be another million things of first times. Yeah, there will be, and you still have a pretty good relationship if you find that person you were meant to find. But no matter what you do, if it was that person that did a lot of first things without you, they will feel so regretful that they couldn't share even more things, that you weren't on the same terms, that you were more free than they were, and are more free, and vice versa, of course. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love. Quick reminder to fix your posture and take deep breaths into your diaphragm from your nose.